Hello, everybody, and welcome to Saturday Storytime and Craft. My name is Mr. Kelvin, and welcome back. This month, we have a book that is titled When Winners Don't Win. When Winners Don't Win? That doesn't make any sense, but yes, it does. But we'll get into that. This was written by Mark Elefane, illustrated by Dante Fernandez. And to be perfectly honest, this book means a lot to me. I have never had to retake so many times reading a book because of trying to figure out what to say and what to do and stuff like that. So yeah, and also we're outside, we're trying something new. So I hope you enjoy. Okay. Winners will work and winners will play. They practice and train all night and all day. Some of them win with a team of supporters. Some battle alone with a team in their corner. See, these are kids right there. It can be just like you. Winners can win on a court or field, some on a board, in a ring, or on wheels. And other ways too, if you dare to begin. But one thing is true, winners don't always win. And that is a true statement. Sometimes winners end up losing. But let's see what the book has to say about that. Yes, that's correct. Winners can bruise, they can miss, they can fall. Winners can lose. It doesn't feel great when you don't finish first. The more that you care, the more that it hurts. And that's true. Sometimes when you really want to do something, you're really trying to achieve a goal, and sometimes you fall short. But that doesn't mean you should quit. Frustrated, mad. The feelings are strong, and they all feel bad. Don't let them last long. They'll smother and hold you and eat up your pride. For as long as you let them, they'll twist you inside. You may want to scream, or push people away, or say things out loud that you don't mean to say, or have thoughts in your head that pull at your heart and make you believe that you're falling apart. You'll question it all in a fit of emotion. You might think of quitting, you might think you're broken. But whatever you do, it's important to wait till you're back in control and your head is on straight. So sometimes just taking a few deep breaths or just giving yourself some time, feel those emotions. It is okay to feel them. If you've gotten that far, you can start to relax. You're calm and you're clear. It's time to come back. You can study and see how technique improves and things you can do to work on your moves. How can you get better? What can you do to learn from your loss? You have new perspective and new lessons learned with new things to practice for wins that you'll earn. If you use that new knowledge to take some new measures, then losing can teach you and help you get better. That's right. Sometimes a loss is sometimes one of the best teachers that you can have, as long as you don't let it consume you. When I say consume, as long as it doesn't eat you up, okay? Got to make sure you stay true to yourself, all right? Now, when winners don't win, it's a well-known fact, there's still a right way that a winner should act. Complaining and blaming do no good at all, but they make a competitor appear very small. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we blame other people, sometimes we blame the game itself. But no, have to remember who you are. Because remember, you're still a winner even if you lose. That means you always have to act like a good winner even when you lose. Instead, be big. You can still be upset, but the players and the game deserve your respect. Respect for the work that makes it all happen. Respect for each soul that's sharing your passion. You're not the only one that loves the game. You're not the only one that feels pain when you lose. It's all right. And look, respect for the people who love you no less. Look at all those people in the stands. They're cheering for you. Who can watch you not win and still say you're the best. And they truly believe it. Through anger or sorrow, they're all on your side, and they'll still be tomorrow. They're cheering you on each time that you try. No need to ask. No need to ask why. Fans, family, teammates, and friends, 100%. all the way to the end. If the loss is still heavy and you're still feeling beaten, sometimes it helps to think of your reason. Why do you do it? All this work to compete? Why push yourself through such tough goals to meet? Some do it for the challenge. Some do it for the team. Some do it for a feeling. Some say it's their dream. It could be one of those. It might be a few. And even in defeat, the reasons stay true. You can still be a champion. It's part of the cost. There's never been a champ who's never, ever lost. The heroes, the idols, all of the greats, they've all had bad days and learned from mistakes. And I like this picture a lot because there's like a lot of famous people in here. Like, I believe that's Pacquiao. I could be wrong, but we have Simone Biles and we have Michael Jordan. I can tell because of the tongue and stuff like that. Is that? Wow, I forgot the soccer player's name, but I think the Patriots quarterback. I don't remember. I don't watch football too much, but I like this. I love the illustration in this book. They picked themselves up and brushed off the dirt, recovered and healed and went back to work, onward and upward, keeping in view the next tough task. It's what winners do. Sometimes you just got to get right back up, even if you fall down. It gets hard, but you have to keep going. It's a difficult thing to put yourself to the test, but it makes you better. You could be the best. You'll grow and you'll build in more ways than one, and with the right attitude, it'll keep being fun. You can't lose the fact that it's fun when you're trying to compete and do better and win. Can't be so lost in trying to win that losing stings so much that you're not even having fun. You should still be able to have fun regardless of the result that happens. Just keep taking steps, no matter the size. A chance to advance is a chance to rise. And rise you will, to as high as you'll go, meeting people in places you'll be happy to know. There we go. It's good to remember to learn from the past. Defeats can repeat. This may not be the last. They'll all be difficult, but worth it. Believe me. If something is awesome, it's likely not easy. If something is awesome, it's likely not easy. That is very, very, very true. If you ever fall short, you're not a loser quite yet. It all just depends on what you do next. For fun or for real, pro or beginner, win, lose, or tie, go be a winner. And that is the end of our book. So, I like this book a lot. For those of you who don't know, I also have like a sports background. I've competed in like, little rec leagues here and there and stuff like that, and like soccer, ping pong, basketball and stuff like that, t-ball, what have you. Ever since I was real little, my dad and my mom always made sure I was in sports. And yes, I've felt the waves of winning, and I've also felt the waves of losing. Some of you may be too young to be doing like sports and stuff like that, but maybe one day you will get into sports. And trust me, if you do get into sports, you're going to feel those highs of winning and sometimes those little lows of losing. I even still do competition still. I do Kung Fu, actually, and the author as well. The author also does Kung Fu. He also has a martial arts background. He actually teaches and coaches it as well. I've had the opportunity to meet him and some of his students, and truly, it's an honor. It's a pleasure to be able to read a book and see how he's also continuing his coaching and is encouraging through this. So thank you so much for listening. And he was so kind to actually do a small video for you all. That's actually, he's just going to talk to you a little bit just to say thank you for reading. And yeah, so thank you so much for listening to me read this wonderful book. Thank you, Mr. Dante Fernandez, for the illustrations. They're fantastic. And we'll see you for our craft portion after Mr. Eliphane's words. All right, I'll see you there. And thank you so much again. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for checking out my book. My name is Mark Eliphane, and I am the author of When Winners Don't Win. This book is really special to me because it talks about a lot of things that I felt personally in my experiences. And sometimes when I see others going through similar things, I just want this book to be a reminder that this is not the end of the story. Things may not have gone your way, but you can still be everything and anything that you want to be. It just depends on what you do next. So thank you so very much. If you want to get your own copy, it is available on Amazon. Happy reading.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the craft portion. So, for this month, we're actually going to be making our own trophy. Now, this trophy that you're going to be making, it's like whatever you want it to be for, you know? It could be like because you're awesome, or maybe you accomplished something very cool, or maybe you want to make a trophy for somebody else. But inside the kit, you should have four different pieces. You'll have the base. Well, you'll have the main part of the trophy where you'll like write your first place or whatever. You have, which is a pentagon. We're using basic shapes here. Five sides, our pentagon. Then we have our trapezoid. Yes. Then this is going to be the base of the trophy. Then we have the plaques. This is going on the very big part, the pentagon, and this goes on the trapezoid. So you can put your name here, but we'll explain that in a bit. And we'll also have our handles for our trophy, okay? In addition, you should have a watercolor palette that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors and a paintbrush inside. And you'll also have a glue stick. Yes, you are going to need a pair of scissors, and you make sure to get some water for your watercolors, okay? I'd recommend also getting like a Sharpie or a pen and stuff, maybe even a pencil, so you can write your name or the first place if you don't want to paint it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, now the first thing we'll do, I'm going to open up the paint, and what I'd recommend is painting the trophy whatever color you want. Now, most trophies are gold and such, and you can follow suit with that if you want to, or you can have a red trophy, a green trophy. Trophies have multiple colors and such, you know? So go ahead and get your palette. You should be able to see my palette right here, my water right here. I'm gonna go for the classic yellow here. So put some water in there first. I recommend highly painting the parts of the trophy first, so it makes it a little bit easier when you're trying to it doesn't make it easier to cut. What I'm saying is it's easier to paint it before you cut it. That's what I say, because it's like not as small. It's bigger, and you can go out of the line because we're going to be cutting on the line, so we only really need what's inside of the lines and such. Yes. So take your time with that. Now, trust me, I'm not going to record myself painting every single part of the trophy, because I'm sure you'll get the idea. But just want to make sure that you understand how we do it and what we do. Okay, so you'll see each part of the trophy eventually, but start here. So I'll leave you to do this part, and I will see you at the next part. Making sure that when we do the base can be the same color of the main part of the trophy, or it can be a little bit darker if you'd like, or just a completely different color, but your base is like so. The handles for the trophy should be, I encourage, the same color as the main part of the trophy that you did before. So these handles are going to be yellow because of what I did before. But again, you do not have to do that at all. You can do something completely unique to your own self. And if you have colored pencils or markers that you want to use instead, you can totally do that as well. I just like the paints. It's a little bit easier to be mythy, which I enjoy sometimes. All right. All right, so the plaque areas of the trophies, I recommend having them be a color that's light enough that the marker will show up very clearly. So I don't recommend doing black for these. Something light like the yellow, or you can even leave them white if you want to, but for myself, I'm going to use the red. Use the red. I believe the red does a good job at popping here. Yeah, and it's light enough. Definitely light enough. We want to make sure that we see the number one or why he got the trophy. Let's make sure we color it first. All right, so now that we have our pieces painted, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to start cutting along the black lines, okay? Follow the line and start cutting. And you're going to do this for every part of the trophy that we have. You can wait till it dries, or you can start cutting when you're ready. Either way. It doesn't take long for the cardstock to dry. But if you're doing it a little too early, sometimes you'll feel it be a little bit soggy. Let me try to cut in frame here. See, that's our first one right here, and you're going to do that for every one of these, okay? So I'll see you after you're done. All right, now you should have all the pieces of your trophy cut out. All right, so that means we're going to start building it. So you'll have your pieces, we'll lay them out. So you have the trophy, you'll have the base of the trophy. Starting to see what it looks like. Of the handles that go behind. All right. Like so. I'll make that as even as possible. There we go. This plaque will go right here, and that's for you. And then this is where you'll put like your first place or what have you and stuff. But we'll build it together, okay? So first things first, let's actually put the trophy, main part of it, on the base. So we're going to make sure the pentagon goes behind the trapezoid, okay? Doesn't have to go too far in, but just a little bit so it peeks out, okay? So what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of glue. Use your glue stick. And about here. Yep. Maybe even a little bit behind the trapezoid. A little bit behind, yep. Got this part right here. And then put it where it belongs. I did mine a little bit too deep. So I'll have some purple peeking out, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. There is beauty in imperfection. All right, there we go. This doesn't look too bad at all. All right, now that we have that, we will do the handles, okay? So the handles, they go behind the main portion right here. So we'll put a little bit of glue on the edges, like so. Then we'll stick it behind the trophy, like so. Oh, it slid. All right, then we'll make sure we put it right here. Press it down, press it down, press it down. Okay, and we should have our first handle. And we'll do that for the opposite side as well. Again, a little bit of glue, little bit of glue, little bit of glue, a little bit of glue, little bit of glue, little bit of glue. Then we'll put it on the back of the trophy here. I want to make sure it's aligned right first before I do all that. There we go. Then we'll flip it. Okay. Nice, nice. All right. There you go. Now you're shaping up to have a real trophy there. So that's basically the trophy there. Then, got to make sure we put our plaque areas, okay? So I'll start with the circle. Some glue in the back. Okay. Put this right smack dab in the middle. Gotta press it down, press it down. Good. All right, and then we'll do the nameplate part of the plaque. And same thing, but this time on the base, right here. And press it down, 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 press it down. Good, good, good. And there you go, you have your trophy. Yes, indeed. So, now it's time to figure out what you want your trophy to be about. First things first, it's going to be, I'm going to make sure that I put my name. So I'm going to put to Mr. Kelvin. To Mr. Kelvin for being himself always. And I'll put, maybe not even like first place, maybe I'll put you can do first place, but I'm going to do for excellence. Excellence means very good and like exceptional and stuff like that, right? So that's what we got right here. That's our trophy. And this can be for you, it can be for someone else, it can be for anyone you'd like. So thank you so much for joining us for our Saturday Storytime and Craft. Thank you for listening to the book, and we'll see you next time. All right? So have a good one, and I'll see you later. Oh, before I sign off, just remember again, you're always a winner, regardless of the result. Okay? All right. Bye now.